Okay everybody, so today I want to show you how you can make your camera border the shape of your logo, the outline of your logo, make that your camera border. So let's get to it. I'm right here in GIMP. I use GIMP for a lot of my my emotes. I use it for my thumbnails. It's really pretty good for it's actually probably the best. I want to say it's the best. It's free. So this is what we're using today as GIMP. I'm gonna use my buddy's logo, Calimon420. You can find him on Twitch. You can find him on YouTube at Calimon420, TikTok on hover.gg. Go check him out if you want. Great guy. Great streams. Okay, so what we're gonna do first, we're gonna come up here to colors. We'll go down to threshold. What we need is for the logo to be completely blacked out. That's what's going to make our mask for our camera overlay to have the shape around us, and it'll cut off all the extras that are outside of the logo. So let's go to threshold. We're going to make this go to 0. That's going to make it completely white out. Click OK. Let's grab our bucket. Make sure you have it on black. We'll paint that black. If you hold left click on this where the smudge is, it might be on blur or dodge and burn. We're gonna go to blur. Select blur. Let me switch this to a circle. A little bit of fuzzy outline there. Let's do that. I'm gonna blur the edges. Turn this up, make that a little bigger. There we go. I'm gonna blur this out a little bit. Alright, that ought to be good. So that's what we're gonna do first. We have our mask to go over our camera. Okay, so now that's done, let's go up here to this tool that is right after the lasso. It's the fuzzy tool. You want to hold left click on it and go down to select by color. Okay, we're going to select the logo once it's completely blacked out. Alright, so that's going to select around the logo. Let's go ahead and make a new layer so that we can have these separated. Alright, so we're on the new layer. Still selected out right there. Your path tool. So on the new layer, we'll go to paths. You're going to right click. We're going to go down to selection to path. Okay, that's going to make a path out of the outline. So let's double click on it. You see the outline right there. We're going to stroke to path. I'm going to do, let me do 25. We'll see how thick the outline is for this. Alright, I got my color selected. I'm going to do yellowish. So let's do that. Let's unselect. And let's click that. So that's good enough. That will work for me. Some of these little edges here are poking in. I might clean that up a little bit before I do anything else. Let me clean this up just a tiny bit. Go in. I'm just going to clean up a couple of these little edges here. That'll work. Just a couple of these little jagged edges poking out. We're going to get rid of them. And on the outside, it just kind of makes it look like the outline of the logo with a. It actually looks like a little bit of fire going around, which is actually kind of nice. I'm going to keep it that way. I could go into the path and adjust the path to not do all this, smooth it out some, but I kind of like that, so we're going to leave that. So this is what it's going to look like. The black part's going to be masking your camera so that only inside of the black area is going to show. And then we're going to overlay that with this outline. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to hide this top layer with the outline colored. We're going to hide that. We're going to export these as two separate things, okay? So let's go to export as. I'm going to leave it. The name is his logo. And I'm going to put mask. Alright, put it in a folder that you know where you're gonna find it. I'm gonna put it in my emotes folder just because that's easy to find for me. So that's the mask. Let's export it. You can leave all those default settings there. And now what we're gonna do is hide the blacked out logo and then bring up this outline. And let's export that. I'm gonna call this one cam border. And let's export it. Boom, boom, bada boom. Alright, let's go over to OBS and I'll show you how to put these in and make this all work out. So it's gonna infinite loop of me. Hey guys. Alright, so let's Alright, so let's get this mask on our camera. So I'm gonna go down to my camera. Whatever your camera's called, I'm using the NVIDIA broadcast as a way to take the background out, so I named mine NVIDIA Cam. So let's right click on our camera, let's go to filters. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go hit this plus button, let's go to image, mask, and blend. Alright, I'm just gonna put mine on alpha channel. Let's leave that white. Let's go to our logo that we masked. The logo mask right there. We'll put that on. Okay, so now you can see my big head is taking up this whole masking area. So the way to fix that, go back into GIMP. So let's move this over. I'm going to take my big head, move it back over onto my other screen. Let me get that out of my way. Alright, so now you can see this. Okay, so what we're going to do is take the mask. We want to make it bigger. Let's see what our canvas size is. 900 by 900. That should be big enough. Alright, so let's select this and let's just make it bigger. So let's go to the scaling tool up here, or Shift S. Let's see, let's select the layer with the mask. And let's just make this guy bigger. I'm gonna make it the size of the box. You can make it to whatever size you want to that will fit what you want in the camera view. So this is what I'm gonna do right here. That should be big enough. I'm gonna hit scale. Okay, with the outline hidden, I'm gonna go to file. I'm going to export to that. I'm going to export it to the mask that we already made. And it's going to ask you to override. Yes, replace. Let's replace it. Export. And if you look back at OBS, you can see the updated outline of you. Let me give me a background so that y'all can see what's going on here. Let me go here to my camera. I'm going to change my background replacement. There we go. That just gives me a color, some sort of colored background behind me. So now I fit inside the logo. I like this. This is going to work. Alright, so now you want to get the outline on there. So let's go back to OBS right here. And we're going to hit this plus button. Let me move my big head. Let me move me over here. Just for a second, let's hit the plus button. We're going to add an image. We're going to call this logo cam border. Works for me. Now you want to find where you put your logo border, right there. There it is. Alright, So let's grab this and make it fit. It's a little large, so let's bring her down. Okay, let's bring it down a little more. Just get this outline to fit right over you. That is fairly close. Looks like I got a little bit underneath, so let me just a tad bit bigger. About right there. Let me see. Any pieces sticking out a little bit there in that top corner. Oh, it's because my camera's flipped. Alright, let me flip my camera back and we will see how this lines up. Flip horizontal. There we go. Alright, so now we can do it. Let's just line these up and let me move around, make sure nothing's poking out the edges. Alright, so now we're inside the logo. And what you can do to group these together is make a folder. So you can go hit the plus sign, make a group. I've already got a group, but just name your group cam stuff or whatever you want to call it. Let me grab my logo border and I'm going to bring it down. Mine's called cam stuff. I already had it made for my border. And you want to put it on top of your camera inside this folder. So now you have the folder called cam stuff. You can turn it off together. It's off and on together. And if you select the folder, you can move those together as one. If you want to resize it, it'll resize both of them at the same time. So now it's like they're glued together as one object. Alright, so with that there, hope you had a great day, whoever you are, wherever you are, however you are. I hope this helped you. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll catch y'all next time.